The Chicago Bulls get yet another unexpected win in an unexpected way, this time defeating the Denver Nuggets 129-121. This is a game in which Chicago Bulls had a big second quarter that led to a comeback victory after being down at the end of the first half. How did the Bulls get the win? Is it something sustainable? We're going to talk about all that and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, hosted by Hayes. Your number one spot for all things Chicago Bulls.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host here, Hayes, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this for tonight. The Chicago Bulls defeat the Denver Nuggets in Chicago at home, where the Bulls have not necessarily played the best all season long. After a lineup change, moving Patrick Williams to the bench, Buzelis plays over 20 minutes in this game. He has a positive plus minus of plus 10. We'll get more into that here in a second. The Bulls get a win over the Denver Nuggets, where despite starting four guards in their starting lineup, the Chicago Bulls out-rebounded the Denver Nuggets by 5. We also allowed 84 points in the paint, but still found a way to lose the game. The Denver Nuggets outscored us in the paint 84-38. They only had 3 less second chance points than us, 14-17. They also had more fast break points than us, 30-15. We look at points off turnovers. They also had 22 points off turnovers, where the Chicago Bulls only had 17. They had more steals. But where the Bulls were able to win this game, and a big factor of this, is we made 18 more three-pointers than the Denver Nuggets. That's where the Bulls won this game. And now that's an oversimplification. I want to be clear. The Bulls played with a lot more effort in the second half of this game. A lot more effort in the second half of this game than the Denver Nuggets played. And we haven't always seen that from this Bulls team. But when you score 54 points 54 points more than what the Denver Nuggets score from the three-point line, it's kind of difficult for a team to overcome that's not shooting the three ball. The Denver Nuggets were on the wrong side of the math equation that the Bulls found themselves on the wrong side of a lot last year. The Bulls scored 54 more points from the three-point line than the Denver Nuggets. And despite the Denver Nuggets scoring almost 50 points more in the paint than the Chicago Bulls, the Bulls outscored them with those three-point shots. That was the big difference in this game. The Bulls hit their three-point shots. They took 53 three-pointers today and hit 24 of those. We shot the ball overall 50% from the field today. That's a huge reason why the Bulls were able to pull out this win. And it was great. You got to see big nights and performances from so many players you don't expect, typically night in and night out, to have big performances for the Chicago Bulls. And they all played their role really, really well today. And that's you're going to have to try to win basketball games when you are a team that is struggling, right? You want your players to give that type of effort. And if they do, you're able to come out and win some of these games. The Chicago Bulls in this got 11 points off the bench from Patrick Williams, who goes 5 of 12 from the field. Patrick Williams also gets 8 rebounds. Where is that in the starting lineup? Where the hell? If Patrick Williams averaged 11, 8, and 3 with 1 steal, I think most of us will say it's pretty cool as a fifth starter, right? That those 8 rebounds make so much difference in making his stat line look so much better. He played the same 27 minutes he's been playing. Now, of course, you're coming off the bench, different level of competition. Buzelis also with 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists from him. He had 2 amazing dunks, one in which he dropped Aaron Gordon to the ground. You got to love to see that. Dalen Terry, 13 minutes in 13 points. Again, he scored as many points as he played minutes today. Also chipped in 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Dalen Terry gave a lot of effort today, and he, again, showed why there's still a little bit of potential in him. Julian Phillips only played 6 minutes today, 3 points from him. THT only 4 minutes. Thank the heavens, no THT minutes. If moving Patrick Williams to the bench means that we don't have to see heavy THT minutes. I'm all for that. But then you look at the starting lineup, very balanced scoring tonight from the starting lineup. 12 points from Josh Giddey. He also chips in 10 assists, only 4 rebounds because we're rebounding well everywhere else. 3 steals and 1 block from Josh Giddey today. Really good production from him. 17 points from Ayo Dosunmu. 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 rebounds, 1 block. Love to see that. Zach LaVine, only 13 shots today, but goes 6 of 13 for 21 points. He had 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals from him as well. 18 points from Lonzo Ball, who really was filling it down the stretch of this game. You love to see Lonzo up that trade value. Now, you like to see Lonzo just perform well. And 20 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal from Nikola Vucevic as well. The Bulls came out in this game and they performed. They performed really, really good. But we know that the Bulls are likely to have games like this, right? This isn't shocking to see in the sense that I said it. The Bulls were going to get some surprising wins in this next streak. It always happens that way for the Chicago Bulls. They're going to get some surprising wins. They're going to get some of those wins that confuse you on why the team is in the state that it's in. And it just is what it is when it comes down to it, man. It is what it is, man. But hey, the Bulls played and they performed really, really well today. They gave some really good effort today, despite Nikola Jokic having 33 points, 14 assists, 12 rebounds in today's game. He didn't miss a shot, I think, until the third quarter. You got 28 points from Christian Braun, 18 points from Michael Porter Jr., 18 points from Jamal Murray, 14 from Russell Westbrook. They only went 8 deep today. Only 8 deep. And I wonder if that played a part into why the Bulls were just able to run them out the gym. The Denver Nuggets didn't go very deep into their bench. But the Bulls came in here and they executed. And as much crap as I gave Billy Donovan for the lineup change, at least for this one game so far, it looked pretty damn good. It was effective, and they figured it out. We got good games from Dalen Terry, Patrick Williams, and Modest Buzelis. And you love to see that, man. You love to see when some of your young guys are the reason why you won, right? That's one thing I criticize Billy Donovan for often, is that he doesn't always use young players in the best way to where they can be part of the reasons why we're winning. But they were tonight. And he let them ride when they were the ones that had the hot hands, right? Even there was a time where Zach LaVine was getting ready to check in, and he still checked into the game. But it's when the young players were cooking. And Modest Buzelis, listen, I don't understand from my people who still try to make excuses for why Modest Buzelis should not be playing. Modest Buzelis showed you today why he should be playing consistent minutes for this Bulls team. Again, whether he starts or not, that's a conversation for another day. I'm cool with him not starting, but he should be playing more minutes. And against a team that is looked up as a championship contender, Modest Buzelis came out there and played adamantly today. You got to love the effort you saw from the young rook today. He did not back down. He didn't let himself get in his head. That's all really good things you want to see from him, man. Love it. Love it. Crazy game from Dalen Terry as well. His performance today was really, really good. But hey, don't let this game fool you. Don't get too overhyped. It is what it is. Let's see the Bulls and how they perform in the next game. We know that the Bulls are good for some surprising wins. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chicago Bulls got a couple of wins in a row here, right? Against some better opponents. But it's that consistency piece for the Chicago Bulls. But they're playing really good today. They executed well. Billy Donovan didn't get in the way, which is a big thing for Billy Donovan. I know that sounds like a shot. I'm not trying to take a shot at him. But listen, this is a team that if they really do want to make the play-in, which I know some people doubt, you got your fans that are looking at the tank and all that type of stuff. But listen, the Philadelphia 76ers are playing better. And the Bulls got to keep it coming. They got to keep going with the momentum if they want to be able to win these games, be in these games. If they truly want a postseason appearance in the sign of a play-in tournament, they're going to have to execute to get it done. And so, hey, shout out to the Bulls for getting this win today. Shout out for the way that they played as a team, which is really big. And we'll see how much they can continue with this. But I, for one, got to commend them on the way that they were doing it, man. Hey, it is what it is, man. Keeping my hopes low, not going to fool myself. And that's fair. I think most Bulls fans that have been around for a while are definitely going to understand Bulls fans feeling that way, right? Is that the expectation from this team it's hard to have one because they don't perform at the same level. They don't perform anyway consistently or anything like that. So they got to get it together, man. Dalen, Io, and Zoe played their asses off. Listen, Lonzo Ball is starting to get into that rhythm where Lonzo always looked like Lonzo Ball as far as the effort. He's starting to get back into that rhythm of Lonzo Ball of when he kind of left this team. And that's going to be dangerous for the rest of this. It's going to be very, very dangerous. Is Modest going to be in the starting lineup? Probably not. I don't expect Modest Buzelis to sneak into the starting lineup at all this season. I've watched Billy Donovan too much over the course of my life. And it is what it is when it comes down to that. So no, I don't expect Modest Buzelis to get into the starting lineup. I don't know how much this lineup changed. Typically, when Billy Donovan has benched Patrick Williams, it usually lasts for a couple of games. And if Patrick Williams plays anywhere close to being decent off the bench, he kind of gets right back into that starting lineup. So I, for one, would not be surprised if we find Modest Buzelis to be back. I'm sorry, if we find Patrick Williams to be back in that starting lineup sooner rather than later, but we'll see what happens there. Modest with the cross and dunk. Hey, listen, I was off my couch when I saw that. The way he dropped Aaron Gordon was crazy. It was crazy. MC, this is what makes it hard about trade decisions for this team. They play tough games or beat top teams in the league, but lose to Toronto and Philly or Charlotte. They give and take hope like TD Jakes. Well, see, that's why a front office can't be allured by brief wins. You got to talk about what's sustained over time. Regardless of the opponents, you got to talk about what's sustained over time. What level are you performing at in totality? And because of that, you can't, as a front of us as fans, we can get caught up in, damn, we beat the Denver Nuggets. Damn, we beat the Milwaukee Bucks. We beat the Boston Celtics. But as a front office, you have to have a higher level view than that, right? You have to look at what this team is doing in and out. What are the things that are sustainable for this team to keep getting wins? What are those type of things? That's what a front office has to look at. At least I hope that's what a front office is looking at. And like I said, they can't let themselves get caught up in momentary success. They just can't. And whatever decision or path that they want to forge and go forward with, they got to trust that path and they got to see it through. Patrick keeps playing like that off the bench, and a team will keep an eye on him to trade for him in the offseason. That's definitely a possibility. We'll see. We'll see. Trade deadline close. Guys know they got eyes on them. I don't think that really is as big as a factor as what us fans make that out to be, but I feel where you're coming from on that one. The Bulls not getting the 4 seed. Who said the Bulls getting the 4 seed? Jeremy, bro, listen. The East is not weak. The East is just close. I'm sorry, but no, the Bulls aren't nowhere close to a top 4, top 5, or even top 6 team in the Eastern Conference. I don't give a damn if you view it as weak or not. The Bulls aren't close to that, bro. Come on, man. The Nuggets have been trash. I don't know how much basketball you've been watching lately, but the Nuggets haven't been trash for quite a while. I don't know how much basketball you've been watching because that's just not factual at all that the Nuggets have been trash. They just haven't been. They had a little brief struggle in there in the middle, which most teams have at some point during the season, but they've been the 4th best offensive rated team in the league, right? Around middle of the pack defensively, 3rd in true shooting percentage, 2nd in effective field goal shooting percentage, 5th in assist percentage, 4th in rebounding. They haven't been trash, bro. You got to stop being a casual. You actually got to die. Some people their opinions don't update as the season updates. So if they hear like a team struggling at the beginning, they're like, oh yeah, they suck. Nuggets haven't sucked at all this season. Win or lose, that was the best lineup in trick distribution from Billy all year. Tick distribution. There you go. That's what we should be rolling with for the rest of the year. Maybe he's finally hearing us begging to get Modest minutes. I won't say that's the best lineup. It was a good game. But not that lineup isn't going to work the same against every game. But hey, we'll see. I don't understand why we wait 2 years for Lonzo to recover and we're already talking about trades. It's simple because his contract's expiring and they don't plan on re-signing back because of the injury history. That's it. No team was going to trade for him while he was out injured. I don't even know why that's a question, to be quite honest with you. Yeah. You beat the Clippers on the road. Now you beat the Nuggets at home, but you've lost at home to easy teams like the Wizards and Hornets. Yes, this team. Welcome to being a fan of the bipolar Bulls. If you are a new fan, this is a great experience. So there you go on that one. How about that extra from DT? Him and Buzelis look good in the second half. Listen, Dalen Terry, he's another one of those players, right? In much different caliber, right? But he's one of those players that you can easily get caught up in the potential of Dalen Terry. Not only because he hasn't played a whole lot in his NBA career yet, but because when Dalen Terry gets in a rhythm, and especially like shooting wise, when Dalen Terry gets in a shooting rhythm, because of his length, because of the mix of speed, hey, it is what it is, man. Hey, slow down, man. Bulls getting multiple wins versus this is a fluke style win. What are you talking about? That's exactly Diesel. Sometimes you just be saying shit just to be saying shit, and I gotta wonder, like, are you a little remedial? Because like, what the fuck do you be talking about, bro? Like, do you listen to everything before you comment, or do you just comment? Right? Is it diarrhea of the brain that be happening with you, bro? Shout out to Marvin the Motivator. We haven't seen you around much this season. What's going on, Marvin? Haven't called in, left voicemails in a while. Marvin used to be one of the OGs. I don't know if know if you can call him an OG. When you don't show up to the block anymore, do you still keep OG status? I don't know. I don't know. You may be a newbie, bro. You may be a YG again. Uh Man, I like the Bulls to keep Lonzo for the long run. They can probably keep him for cheaper because of the injury history. Yeah, but you got to keep in mind, it's not just that. You also got to think about where you want to allocate your money. I get it, and I've said this multiple times. Everybody should want to keep Lonzo because he's an impactful player when he plays. But the Bulls may already know that they just don't want to take that risk. Keep in mind, he almost got a season-ending injury this season. Just like he missed 12 games because of it. So that's what you got to factor in as well. Who was starting Zach Place now? What are you talking about, Leandre? The playoff field, that was a playoff field game. Oddly enough, I knew the Bulls would win this game. I just wish they played like this consistently. They would be a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, I mean, but that's part of the reason why they're not, man. It is what it is. Like this team is just not a consistent team right now. And they gotta figure it out, right? Modest dunks with authority. Absolutely dunks with authority. Modest Buzelis is not anything to be played with, man. He's not anything to be played with. Hayes, what do you use to get all of your advanced? I'll use a combination of a few sites. So I have 3 monitors up. That's why when you see me look over, I have 3 monitors. I have this one, I have one over here, and I have one over there. So I use Hoops OMG, which is a media site. You'd have to have a media credentials to get into that one. I use Pivot Fade, Dunks and Threes, Cleaning the Glass for some. So it's like a combination of like 3 or 4 sites. And kind of as you use those sites more, you know which sites are quicker to get which data on. And so I use a combination mainly of those 3 sites. Some on NBA.com as well. NBA.com is getting better and better with getting advanced analytics. I think that they realize that as some of these other sites started popping up, they had to up their game so that they can get some of that traction to their own website. So they're getting better and better as well. I believe if Patrick Williams stay out of the starting lineup, he would play better off the bench. I mean, I don't have that belief because it hasn't happened consistently yet. He will every time he's gotten demoted to the bench, his production stays about the same. This is one game. It is a very, very promising game, and let's see if he can build off this. Let's see if he can. Dalen Terry is the future of the Bulls. It's better than Dell and Harry. Inside joke for the members of Chicago Bulls Central. Apparently, Zach LaVine is out a few games with personal reasons. Billy Donovan just said, "Oh, I have, yeah, I'm alive, so I didn't know." Oh man, that sucks. I mean, hey, we got to take care of it. Having that baby, you gotta that's important. So who knows? Patrick Williams can go right back into the starting line. This could have been a 1-game experiment. Who knows? Terry's kind of the player that we say this guy looks pretty good, and we'll be saying the same thing 5 years in. Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. Listen, and this is what comprehension is key, Diesel. I said that I wouldn't be surprised if they did because that's how the Bulls played. Do you know what hyperbole is? Do you not understand that? Does that not register? That would add to the fact of you potentially being remedial because they don't really read intricacies. What's happening here, bro? Go back and listen to the full statement I made, and then listen to the tone in which it was said in. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on, man. I get it. We all family here, but sometimes you just gotta think a little bit, man. You just gotta think a little bit, bro. You just gotta think a little bit, man. Get it together, fam. Get it together. Lonzo was only played like 25 games and has had more impact than the ball-headed hoe that has had in 2 years. I mean, yeah, that doesn't take much. That doesn't take much. Lonzo's entire family must have never drank milk as kids. All of them got glass bones. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because congratulations. But what happened with BKR? Wait a second. What did I miss? BKR's expecting the kid? Oh, damn, man. Congrats, brother. Shout out to you. Congrats, BKR. Good shit, bro. Good shit, man. What the fuck are you talking about? AI will replace Hayes. No, nothing can ever replace me. Why do you say stupid? Why do y'all like to say stupid? Y'all trying to get me to go off. We've been fairly. I'm just gonna start blocking y'all. Like real talk. Everybody that says stupid shit, I'm just gonna start blocking. I'm not going back and forth with you motherfuckers. I'm not going back and forth with y'all no more. I'm literally gonna start blocking y'all for saying stupid shit. I don't give a damn if you've been a day one. Y'all start saying stupid shit, I'm blocking you. That's what I'm doing. People off the bench may keep the same production, but does it on less minutes. That gives an extra 15, 5. No, it doesn't because he plays the same minutes. That's the part of the today. He played the same exact minutes he's been playing. That's the thing. Nothing has ever changed for people coming off the bench. He's played the same minutes with the same production on the same percentages. It's really quite a big enigma because it's been the same. Again, maybe that changes with this run. But even tonight, he played the same minutes he always plays, the same exact minutes. Y'all want Hayes to crash out on purpose, bro. It's just it's it. I'm sorry, that's Seaway. Sorry, Seaway. It's just it's crazy. It's crazy. You reckon with LaVine out for a bit, this is Giddy's chance to shot chuck and average 16 plus for a period? Well, that's not Giddy's game. Giddy isn't a chucker. I don't see Giddy ever being somebody that is just going to turn into just chucking shots up. I think that Josh Giddey is a point guard and he plays as a point guard. Now, naturally, with somebody like Zach LaVine is out, is there going to be more shots to go around? Yeah. But I think also Josh Giddey's kind of first instinct is going to be to get his players in a little bit more. So is there a contractual reason why we don't put Duarte in Windy City, assuming he's not a two-way contract? They can still send young players down there. No, not as many games, but it is possible. I mean, he's not young anymore, and I do think he's past his years of service to be attached to be forced to go down to the G League. He can accept, but they can't force him to go down to the G League. Vuce hogs some rebounds if you're out there with him because he tries to stay in the paint and leaks towards the rim often, which I hate on long threes, which end up sometimes in long rebounds. Yeah, long shot, long rebound. You know, with Zach out, that Billy's going to start THT. Come on now, bro. He's not going to start THT. Do you see any for sure trades coming up? Lonzo seems like a no-brainer. Doubt teams get more aggressive before his contract expires. I mean, I don't know. I never say for sure with anything with this team. I've moved past the point of saying anything for sure, no matter how much sense it makes. Because yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I don't think that that's gonna happen. Off topic, but be careful, Hayes. People out here, there's apparently a huge fire going on in Illinois right now. Looks like south suburbs and spreading. That's crazy. Hayes, just to clarify, you missed the earlier bit. Corn got confused and thought I was replying to him with my wife was expecting, but I was replying to him about Zach's wife. Oh, okay. All right. I was about to say, not a little BKR got a little kangaroo coming. Shout out to BKR. I meant to say AI will never replace you, Hayes, because of how hard you work. Damn autocorrect guy. No, fair. Appreciate fair. I was about to say, how am I gonna be replaced? How am I gonna be replaced? At least P. Will was playing with some type of heart and energy tonight. He rebounded the ball well and took 12 shots. If he started, he would have took only 5 shots and make only one, or playing like a drunk. Well, no, that's not always true. P. Will. P. Will's been taking about 10 shots per game. So it's not, again, not a lot's changed for P. Will. Now, the shots did go in today, and the rebounding definitely is different. The team rebounded overall really, really well today. That's not even the shit on P. Will, but P. Will definitely gave effort today. And he just needs, like, P. Will just needs to do that consistently, man. Just needs to find a way to do that consistently. So we'll see what happens, man. Oh, Drip, you feeling better, fam? I'm dealing with the head cold myself. Yeah, I'm good now. I'm pretty good now. Already got a little 8-year-old kangaroo. Why? Talk about a new kangaroo, bro. A new one. Hey, it's not that we want to whatsoever, but let's say Bradley Bill's convinced to waive the no trade. How many picks you think we should get to warrant it? Well, again, you don't. Yeah, it is what's offered. So reportedly, it's only going to be two first round picks. So the team has me thinking left is right and up is down. I'm so confused about how we can beat championship but lose to the Wizard. Lords know what this is. This is it. It is what it is, man. This is what and who this team is, man. It's a very inconsistent, mind-boggling, head-scratching team. It is what it is. Bill said no to any trade to Cole. That's not what he said. See, this is why I hate aggregators, and I'm not blaming you for this. I'm not blaming you for this at all. I'm talking about the aggregators because they got people who don't have time to research shit, making it seem like it's something that it's not. First of all, the quote was completely speculative. That's the first thing. It was speculation. And the direct quote is this. Again, this is a speculative conversation like if you were talking to your boy. It wasn't like a report. Cold weather cities, including Chicago, are less attractive to him, the source said. If a team has a losing record and a chilly winter, it won't be on Bill's list. That's nothing but speculation. Nothing but speculation. Billy Donovan won't be smart enough to know that this rotation actually worked. Well, who? That head code got my whole family like a lady working roles with that's crazy. Bradley Bill to Chicago. What you think? I smacked the shit out of somebody. That's what I think. Because no, I'm good on Bradley Bill. I don't care what, unless it's 4 first round picks unprotected that are likely to be high. I don't give a shit. The Bulls don't care about wins in general. They play against good teams because that's more fun, but don't care as much against bad teams because it's not worth the effort. It's not like we've only lost against bad teams, though. So I won't say that they care more or less. We're just not a good team. We're inconsistent because we're not a good team. Lonzo said Giddy backcourt looks a lot better with a rim attacker like Modest on the floor. We all knew that. Everybody knew that. I don't know why Billy Donovan is the only motherfucker who doesn't know that. He's the only one who doesn't know that. I would like to see P. Will in the dunking contest. He's not what he barely. How many open dunks has P. Will missed? He's not that type of dunker. He's not that type of dunker. He's not that type. He's not creative at all. He barely makes straight up dunks. Come on, man. What are we talking about? But all right, y'all. That's my time. I'm going to get ready to go do Locked on Bulls. Make sure you guys are following us at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. That's thanks to you, lovely and beautiful people. And like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See red if you can, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Breaks Media.